Hi ladies, Ali here from Clear Skin and Wellbeing. So today I thought I would talk about anti-frizz hair products, but also the things we can do to stop our hair from becoming frizzy in humid weather. So before I do, if you haven't subscribed before, please subscribe, much appreciate it, and hit the like button. So anti-frizz products. Well, what can we do to it, for instance? Now, when your hair's frizzy hair tends to be quite dry and lacks in moisture. So what you need to do is then kind of put the moisture back into the hair to stop the frizziness. Now, if your hair is dry, colour treated, kind of coarse, it tends to definitely be frizzier. The cuticles tends to be more rough, if you like. So what it needs to be done is for it to be smoothed down with certain products to stop the frizziness and to stop the humidity from penetrating into the hair shaft even further. Now, there's plenty of things on the market, and there's other things you can do as well before you even get to products. The other thing is not to wash the hair so often. If you wash your hair every day, all those natural oils tend to come out of your hair, and you're then allowing for more humidity to get into the hair to make it frizzier. So if you can sort of leave off the shampooing, and maybe 2-3 times a week, even better, or even twice a week is fantastic. The other thing is also, if your hair, when you wash your hair, when it comes to drying, if you can just turn the temperature down on the hairdryer or the curling tongs or even your hair straightener, that will stop it from going dry to then being frizzy to allow humidity in. So if you just turn the temperature down, it does tend to help with frizziness. So on to products. Before I show you any products I would recommend, I would just like to say that I'm not sponsored at all. These are products I do have in my home and I use all the time. Now, the first thing would be shampoos to start with. Now, shampoos, the best things, the best ones are the ones which don't contain the sulfates. They're very good and there are plenty on the market, but you do need to use those a few times for it to start really stripping the hair, not to get rid of all that product or the residue from previous, if you like, shampoos. So it takes a few weeks, a few times for it to actually stabilize, if you like. If you don't mind sulfates, I always would recommend Kerastase. I love Kerastase, and it will smooth the hair, the follicles, and that really helps as well. Another product which is readily available, which I will show you, is in the name, Frizz. And here I have the Frizz. This is a miraculous recovery. So just by putting a deep heated treatment on a hair mask once a week will actually keep the moisture within the hair, and that will help with the frizziness and would stop the humidity from going in so much because you're adding moisture to the hair. In between that, I do have Forever Smooth, so the Frizz, help. Here we are, 72-hour humidity protection. So this would does stop helps with humidity. That's a great one. And this is from Frizz, and that's a conditioner, but obviously you get shampoos as well, and they're at quite a reasonable price. Now, they're quite good, I think, if your hair is quite coarse, quite dry, but if you have hair which is quite fine, you don't want anything too heavy and claggy on your hair. So something like Kenra would be fantastic, and I know they do a smoothing serum which you can put on afterwards. I think it's a conditioning serum that would smooth it, and it's quite lightweight, so it wouldn't actually weigh the hair down, and again it adds a protection and stops the humidity. Now, the other ones, before you actually after you've washed your hair and shampooed it, when you're drying it, you can use a heat protector. This is a VO5 one, and heat protection spray, and it protects it from when you're washing from the hairdryer, from your curling tongs, Again, you're adding a shine to it, you're adding protection to it to stop outside elements getting right into the hair. Then you've also got things like serums. I have already covered serums in one of my videos if you want to look back on those. But serums and balms, again, are great because they actually form a protection barrier on the hair as well. So the only thing is with these things is that you don't want to apply with the serums and the masks, well, not so much the masks, the serums and the blow dry sprays like these, for instance. You don't want to put too much on. And also oils, because if you do put too much oil, too much serum on, it's going to weigh the hair down, and it's also going to, it could start looking a little bit greasy. So just a little bit. When it comes to oils, I would highly recommend, particularly if your hair's dry and coloured, something like argan oil, or I've got here, if you just have plain old rosehip oil, which I think is great for anything. Again, a little goes a long way. I'll just show you this one, the argan oil. Again, there are lots of different brands sell argan oil, but when you put it on, and I do love the smell of all these things, you know, it just, again, you're just coating the hair, gives it a shine and just stops that humidity getting right into that hair shaft and that cuticle. And that will help protect it from all that humid weather. So that's really good. Lastly, there's also hairsprays. They do tend to dry the hair slightly, but again, if you can get L-net, which I think is brilliant, and ones with, there are various other ones with shine. So again, they're coating the hair, and some actually contain precious oils in there as well. So if you can get a hairspray with precious oils or shine, again, you're coating the hair to stop that humidity from penetrating in, and just to leave it, and also it will keep your hair lasting longer. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you haven't subscribed before, please do so, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.